Today's show is dedicated to one of the most successful boy bands of all time. It was over 14 years ago they first got together, managed by none other than Louis Walsh. Now, after 44 million albums sold worldwide, 14 UK #1 singles, 7 #1 albums, 10 sell-out tours and a performance for the Pope, they have dramatically decided to call it a day. Luckily, it's not before they treat us to an album that celebrates their greatest hits.
You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. Uptown girl, she's been living in a white man world as long as any woman can. And now she's looking for a downtown man. That's why let me go home. I've had my run, baby, I'm done. I wanna come home.
And here, telling us what it feels like to be walking away from it all and reflecting on their successes, it's Shane and Nikki from Westlife. You don't get that. What do they see in you? Honestly. So how does it feel to be walking away from all that?
It feels quite weird at the moment, to be honest, because for us, we've known about it for obviously a good few months. We made the decision kind of 3 or 4 months ago, but it does feel weird, because everything we do now is the last time we do something as a band. Like last time we do this, we went as a band, and everything.
No, we're back tomorrow.
Back tomorrow.
How did it all come about though? What sparked it? What started it?
I think it was just, it's inevitable after 14 years, it's something that, we've been doing it, daily for 14 years. And I think it's one of those things where you just kind of look yourself in the mirror one time and speak to the lads and say, look, it's probably best to move on. We'd come to the end of a contract that we renegotiated during the 14 years lots of times. And Sony really wanted to do a new deal again, but it was just one of those things where we said, no, we couldn't give the commitment to all of us. So.
I think you've done it in such an amazing way. I mean, we recently saw Steps and how horrible it was there, split up, and it took them 10 years to get over it. But I've just seen that you're all still best proper mates, aren't you?
That's
you've
the
done
best.
it properly.
Yeah, that's the best thing about it. Our friendship is 100% intact, which is great. And it's I think it's more about just moving on with our lives and seeing what else is out there. I think we all want to do different things, and it's very hard to do that and do Westlife, and you have to be 100% committed to Westlife.
Sure. Yeah. What's been, because I remember years ago when Take That first ever split up, that there was kind of Take That fan helplines and things. I mean, what's been the sort of initial reaction from the fans? We spoke to a few of them earlier in the year. What's been the reaction?
Well, it's been like on Twitter and stuff like that for all of us. It's been really overwhelming and stuff, But it's a different thing from when Take That did it. Our fan base wouldn't be as young because we're going 14 years. It would have been young at one point, but not now. So fans, I think, kind of.
We've got a helpline at the end for people.
I think we're the ones that need the helplines.
Now, we mentioned, of course, your greatest hits album. What sort of songs can people expect on that?
Well, it's got obviously the 14 #1s. Luckily, I suppose we've got such a collage of #1s and hits like that. It's actually spread out over 2 albums. It was very hard to pick which one to go on which, but it's all the hits we've had over the years. We've had like 28 singles, I think, released.
And have you kept Brian McFadden's voice on them?
We have, yeah. It's the exact same way they were made, yeah. There's some live versions on there as well of tracks we've done over the years, and they're like different. We've done different vocal arrangements for them and stuff.
And was that a conscious decision? Did you think, no, this is how the fans first heard the record, we're going to keep it that way? Or?
I think it was exactly that reason. I think, they bought the single that way when Brian was in the band, and he was part of our band for 6 years, so, we have to, I suppose, honour that as well.
You're all still really young now, so how old were you when you started?
We started when we were 8. 22 now, so it's mad,
So how old were you when you had your first? You were 8 when you had your first?
Yeah, we were 18 when we started. 17, 18 when we started.
And your first #1 was, what was it?
Swear It Again, #1.
Oh, wow.
13 years ago. Yeah.
How's Louis? What did he have to say?
He was still not talking to us. He's devastated. He is genuinely devastated, yeah.
I think we've
Did you put you together at the beginning, Louis?
No, the boys, Shane, Mark and Keane, are from the west coast of Ireland, and they were in school together and put the band together. Originally
Right.
took it to Louis and got rid of a few lads and brought myself and Brian in through auditions in Dublin. But yeah, Louis devastated. You know, I think for him, you know, we kind of.
It's not going well, is it?
Have you spoken to him since Kitty's left? Have you texted him or anything?
Nothing else speaking to me.
No, he is speaking. For about 3 or 4 weeks, he actually didn't talk to any of us because he thought. And I was like, what's wrong with him? And he's like, I thought you changed your mind.
So you've performed in front of some amazing people. I mean, I mentioned, of course, you performed in front of the Pope. Who would you see as your most incredible person that you've performed in front of?
I think the Loose Women Girls is.
You're good. That was good. No, really.
Probably the Pope. We performed in front of the Queen as well, which is really nice. She came to Ireland for the visit there, the big historic visit. We performed for her, so that was pretty cool as well.
But over the years, we've done some amazing things, like, you know, met Barack Obama on a couple of occasions, and
Twice in 1 year, actually, which is weird. We never met any other president before. Yeah.
It was found in any secret.
Oh, big time, yeah. Booking us out for private gigs and everything. Over the White House.
Now, I have to ask, you both seem pretty laid back, but are any of you bossy?
Bossy.
Yeah.
Who's the bossiest, do you think?
Out of us two. Out of all of us.
Out of all of you.
Probably Keenan
Keen
Marcus.
movie.
Probably Keenan Marcus in that here. Like, they're watching backstage. Probably Keenan, yeah.
Well, what about in your marriages? Do you have like a one? Is you as bossy or you?
I'm not the boss, put it that way.
Good answer, love.
Okay, it's time for a break now, but don't worry, we are going to be back in 3 when Shane and Nikki will be joined by Keen and Mark, and the boys are going to be singing the global hit Flying Without Wings.